I've seen it all before. I've seen this already. So that's also a kind of turning your neck away from people and showing them your cheek. In other words, you're dismissing one group as all of them being worthy of the same blame. None of them are individual. And I'm reminded of an example of that in the Quran that's pretty significant, and that is of the Pharaoh and the people who were under his army. We think of the Pharaoh and his army as one monolith, which means they're all the same. They're the bad guys. They're the bad guys that subjugated the Israelites. They're the ones Allah drowned, right? So it should be easy for us to say they're all bad. And then Musa a.s. sees an Israelite, a slave, being beat up by an Egyptian police officer in the middle of the street, in the middle of nowhere. And in his mind, he's thinking, here we go again. These people, that's all they do. They oppress my fellow Israelite brothers. And those were the Muslims of that time. So here's a kafir who doesn't believe in the akhirah, who believes their king is God, and they oppress the Muslims who've been kept as slaves, and he's oppressing yet another one. Look at what's happening. So he goes and he intervenes and he throws a punch, right? Without knowing the entire situation. And it turns out that the person he was protecting was a con man. And it turns out that he acted in haste. And you know what? Immediately after taking that action, what did he say? هَذَا مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ. This is from the work of the devil. He acknowledged his own hurry to help as work of the devil. But if you break that down, where did that come from? It was a haste in making judgment because he's seen that 1,000 times, right? He's seen 1,000 Israelite, oppressed by the Egyptian military. So this must be yet another case of that. It cannot be judged on its own merits. It has to be judged by the previous cases that are all like that. So what we do is we tend to develop opinions about people and oversimplify that and not look at individual cases.